Hi YouTube, this is Lisa. I'm checking in for my 3-week post-op update. I just started this blog last week and I had decided to kind of go ahead and record my journey here. So just to kind of get to the numbers I guess first. My heaviest recorded weight was in March when I first went to meet with a bariatric surgeon. I was 315 pounds. My day of surgery, I was 295 pounds. Last week, I was 283.4 pounds, and this week, this morning, I weighed in at 281.2. So it is a 2.2 pounds in the last week, which I'm thankful for because I haven't lost any weight in a few days. So this morning I was pleasantly surprised. When I was back down, I had kind of gone down, then gone up, then gone down. So it's been a little bit of a trying week in some aspects, but I'll get into that in a moment. So that puts me at a 13.8 loss since surgery 3 weeks ago, and a total of 33.8 pounds since I started the journey. So overall, it's not bad. I knew what to expect, but when you're watching somebody else's journey and reading what other people are saying, you don't really think that you're going to be affected by certain things, and then when it does happen to you, you are. So in my past weight loss journeys, when I've done other things, Weight Watchers, things like that, I've always been a pretty quick loser. Never really stalled out or anything like that. This has been a little bit more of a learning experience for me, I guess. While I'm not complaining about 13.8 pounds at all, I did think that I was going to be losing a little quicker like some other people do, but that's all right. I actually had somebody today say to me, "You look smaller," and they asked me if I felt it, and I do. I can tell in my hips for sure. That's where, or I should say my waist, and I'm very bottom heavy. So the person had mentioned that basically my butt's not as big. So I'm glad that that's where it's choosing to leave first. That's for sure. But so yeah, so this week was a little bit of a challenge for me. On Friday, I started my pureed phase. I had no problems with eating anything. Everything has gone down okay. I haven't gotten sick or anything like that. I've been pretty much eating cottage cheese, eggs, egg salad, things like that. And like I say, everything has gone down okay. I haven't gotten sick at all. I'm still, I don't get that. I don't have any signal when I'm full. So sometimes I do take a bite too much and it just kind of sits at my chest. But really that's it. So that part of it's been fine. I'm not really missing foods or anything like that. I definitely sometimes wish I could go and grab a Pepsi, but other than that, I don't really miss anything. But my struggle this week was about 2 or 3 days into the purees. I started feeling really, really fatigued and exhausted. By 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I could pass out if I put down my head. And that was new for me because ever since surgery, I have been up in the mornings. I haven't had any fatigue at all, really. I have not taken a nap since surgery. And I know a lot of people struggle with that early on. I didn't, but when I did start the purees within a couple days, that did hit. So that was a struggle for me. Still is a little bit, especially if I go out and I'm out and about doing things. For instance, Saturday I had a birthday party to go to, and I had a really good time. I was gone out of the house, between leaving and going and getting back home and things like that about 5 hours. And when I got home, I was absolutely beat. So that was a little tough. My nutritionist, though, she did have a, um, I'm sorry, my screen kind of went blank there. So my nutritionist had a support group on Monday night, so I decided to go. And it was really helpful. I talked to her for a little while afterwards, and she had told me that the reason why I was probably experiencing that was because I've been off of carbs for so long. So she told me to make sure I added mashed potatoes every day. She said 1 or 2 tablespoons should be enough. And so I did start that, and that has actually really helped. Still getting tired at night early, but it's definitely helped. So on Tuesday, or I think it was actually Wednesday, no, it was Tuesday, I went to my surgeon's office because I had needed them to do some disability paperwork for me, and they needed me to sign something, and I had asked them if it was possible to get an extra week off from work. I'm supposed to go back on Sunday the 21st, which is just over 3 weeks out, and I asked if I could possibly get an extra week off because of the fatigue issues. I don't know. I work 4:30 p.m. to 1 a.m., and I don't know how I'm going to make it through, to be honest. They did talk it over, and unfortunately they decided that I'm fine to go back to work, and they think that once I get into a routine, I'm going to feel better. So I'm a little upset with my doctor's office. I know many people that had it done, and when they did have these issues, they had no problem getting an extra week or 2 or even 3 off. So it's the first time I've been really disappointed in my surgeon's office. But, you know, I'm going to go in and see what happens. Hopefully I can make it through. I do sit at a desk, so it's not that it's strenuous. It's a very stressful job. And it's more the company I work for than the actual job itself. But it is a very stressful job, so I am a little bit nervous on how I am going to do and if I'm going to be able to go ahead and make it through the whole shift. So I'm hoping I can. Unfortunately, there's not really another option for me because being that I have to go back, if I did get back pulled out of work, it would be a whole, week waiting period again for disability and stuff like that. And I just, I'm not in a position really to go weeks and weeks without being paid. So, we're going to see how that goes, and I'll definitely be able to update that next week for you. Other than that, everything's been good. My incisions are healed. I have no more pain or anything like that. I am experiencing a little bit of weakness, I notice, in my limbs, especially, when I take the dogs out for a walk, my legs feel a little bit weak and stuff like that. But I think it's just because all I've really been doing is walking and no real exercise yet, I guess. So I was cleared with no restrictions or anything like that. I am still a little bit nervous about doing anything high impact or anything like that, but I am my goal is for this week to start power walking. We have a beautiful park and creek over by my house where I take the dogs for a walk. So I'm going to try, once I get them done and taken for a walk, going on my own and just kind of power walking around. I do have a gym membership, so I am going to try. I don't know if it's going to be this week or not. It's going to be depending on how I feel with starting work and everything, but I want to try to get in there and start doing the treadmill and stuff like that. I don't want to start weights yet or not. They did say I was okay to do, basically whatever I wanted, but I feel more comfortable probably waiting until the 5 or 6 week mark before I start doing any type of weights or Zumba or anything like that. So that's my goal for this week. I don't know if I'll lose any more weight this week. I kind of was on a plateau all week. I dropped a little bit at the beginning of the week, and then I gained a little bit, and then I dropped it again, as of this morning. So my other goal is to try not to weigh in every day. I say that, but then I find myself pulling out the scale every day. So I'm really going to try that, and we'll see how it goes. If anybody has any questions or comments, you can leave them below, or you can always email me if it's more private at lisasvsgjourney www.thebrandingcoach@gmail.com. And that's it. Like I said, I enjoy making these videos now. I think, like I say, I'm brand new to this, so I'm hoping that, you know, more people will start watching them, but if not, you know, that's okay. This is going to be for my journey so that I can kind of look back on it, and when I'm having a difficult week, maybe I'll be able to see what's going on. So that's it for today. I will go ahead and do another update probably I'm going to try to do it next Thursday or Friday. Let you know how it's going as far as my goals for the week. And that's it. So next week I get to start soft foods. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about actually getting some meat in me. I know in the purees you can do it, but I just don't have any desire to puree meat. So that's it. I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.